This is what happens to your brain when you are emotionally abused. Picture waking up every morning with the heavy feeling that you are walking on fragile ground, never knowing what the day might bring. Perhaps you find yourself doubting your worth, replaying harsh words in your mind, and questioning how someone you love or trust could make you feel so insignificant. If this resonates with you, please know you are not alone. Emotional abuse is a hidden predator, one that often sneaks into our lives under the mask of love, care, or concern. Yet what many people fail to realize is how deeply it changes the brain, altering the way you think, feel, and even see the world around you. Emotional abuse is not simply about hurtful words or temporary pain. It is a systematic attack designed to erode your self-worth and keep you under control. With that in mind, let us uncover what truly happens to your brain when you are subjected to such cruelty. Number 1. Changes in brain structure, the physical consequences of emotional abuse. When emotional abuse is discussed, the focus usually remains on its emotional or psychological scars. However, it can also transform the brain physically. Repeated emotional abuse releases a flood of stress hormones such as cortisol, which can shrink the hippocampus, the brain region essential for memory and learning. As a result, focusing becomes harder. Learning new information feels overwhelming, and even recalling simple daily details can be difficult. Furthermore, the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making and impulse control, may also be compromised. If you have ever found yourself repeating destructive patterns or struggling to break free from harmful choices, this could be the reason. Emotional abuse literally rewires the brain, clouding your ability to plan, think clearly, or imagine a future, leaving you stuck in a cycle of pain and confusion. Number 2. The overactive amygdala. Living in a state of unending fear. Do you often feel restless, tense, or alert, even when no real danger is present? That is the amygdala working overtime. The amygdala functions as the brain's fear center, controlling the fight or flight response. Prolonged emotional abuse can cause it to become hyperactive, creating a state of chronic anxiety and fear. This unrelenting alertness feels like a constant hum in the background of your life, making relaxation or peace almost impossible. Small inconveniences suddenly feel like crises, and your mind expects the worst at every turn. This is not just a mental burden, but a genuine physical shift within your brain, leaving you drained and persistently uneasy. Number 3. The emotional toll. Anxiety, depression, and regulation difficulties. Beyond wounding your feelings, emotional abuse throws off the delicate balance of the brain's chemistry. Neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which stabilize your mood, become disrupted, leading to anxiety and sometimes depression. This makes joy or motivation difficult to experience, and even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Adding to this, the prefrontal cortex already affected struggles to regulate emotions properly, causing mood swings that shift from calmness to despair within moments. Stress becomes nearly impossible to manage, and your emotions may feel wild, unsteady, and uncontrollable. Number 4. Cognitive dissonance. When the mind cannot reconcile opposites. Cognitive dissonance is the mental struggle created when two opposing beliefs exist at once. In emotionally abusive relationships, this occurs when love or attachment toward the abuser conflicts with the suffering they inflict. Because the brain resists such inner conflict, it often resolves the tension by rationalizing or minimizing the abuse. Unfortunately, this mental tug-of-war can keep you locked in the cycle as your brain fights to make sense of opposing feelings instead of clearly identifying the harm for what it truly is. Number 5. Trauma bonding. When abuse disguises itself as love. Among the most damaging consequences of emotional abuse is trauma bonding. This happens when victims develop strong emotional ties to their abuser through cycles of cruelty followed by fleeting kindness or affection. Those positive intervals create a powerful bond that makes leaving extremely difficult. The brain itself plays a role here. During the honeymoon moments of the abuse cycle, when the abuser suddenly shows affection, the brain releases chemicals that create a sense of relief and joy. These fleeting highs trick the mind into equating abuse with safety and love, keeping victims tethered to someone who harms them. Number 6. Low self-esteem and altered perception of reality. Perhaps the most devastating outcome of emotional abuse is the way it reshapes how you see yourself and the world. Over time, negative messages from the abuser become internalized, eating away at self-esteem and self-worth. You may come to believe you deserve the mistreatment or are unworthy of love. Gaslighting, one of the most common abusive tactics, worsens this damage. It works by manipulating you into doubting your memories, your thoughts, and even your reality itself. Slowly, confusion takes root, and you begin questioning what is real and what is not. When judgment cannot be trusted, breaking away feels nearly impossible. The painful truth is that emotional abuse is not just harmful, it is transformational, often reshaping the brain in damaging ways. Yet these changes are not unchangeable. The brain is remarkably resilient, and healing is entirely possible with the right support. Recognizing the impact of emotional abuse is the very first step toward recovery. And you do not have to walk this road alone. Whether through therapy, supportive communities, or confiding in trusted people, seeking help can make a world of difference. Healing is a process that requires time, but it is within reach. By understanding how abuse impacts the brain, you reclaim the power to rebuild your life and restore your sense of worth. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others so we can continue creating more. For additional content like this, make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you are alerted when we release the next video. To explore other fascinating topics, do not forget to check out our other content as well. Thank you sincerely for watching.